Prince Harry thinks he is the first spare. The delusional Prince Harry is so mixed up that he does not understand that he cannot now change the order of his birth. Prince Harry, you were born second and Prince William was born first. What in these order of births, you can't understand? And yes, as the second-born son in royal terms you are the spare. These are facts, you cannot change. So writing your memoir with the title Spare is not innovative or creative. So, you are a spare, is that earth-shattering? Are you the first spare? Let us answer, for you know you are not the first spare, and newsflash, you certainly will not be the last spare. Let's take a historical look at royal spares. The description of spare is keeping with the idea and history that a spare is born out of the system of succession, which has evolved with the monarchy over the centuries. In modern times, the heir and a spare, quote, is usually attributed to Consuelo Vanderbilt Borson, heiress to the wealthy and celebrated American family of industrialists, who became prominent during the Gilded Age. She married Charles Spencer Churchill, the 9th Duke of Marlborough, in November 1895. Vanderbilt gave birth to two sons, John Albert William Spencer Churchill and Lord Ivor Spencer Churchill. When her second child was born, Vanderbilt declared that she had given the Duke, to whom she was unhappily married, an heir and a spare. The effect of primogeniture on heirs and spares. In royal tradition, it became important for a monarch to have a spare. It is necessary to look back more than 900 years to changes in the rules of British royal succession. As soon as hereditary systems were established in society, monarchs were keen not only to have a healthy male heir, but also, in an era of high infant mortality and no modern medicine, to have an additional male child in case the eldest died. Before primogeniture, the succession of the first son as heir and a consequence of the 11th century Norman conquest of Britain, all sons of kings were considered as possible successors. They were encouraged to fight over the throne until the strongest and most powerful emerged to claim it. After primogeniture was established, it became common to send spares abroad to conquer their own territories and win their own titles, with the added bonus that their absence from England lessened any threat to the heir. By the 16th century, amid global power struggles, colonization and trade wars, monarchs stopped risking their spares abroad and kept them closer to home. Throughout history, spares have often struggled to find their role, from King Henry III's brother, the Duke of Anjou, who spent his life in his sibling's shadow, to Princess Margaret, who allegedly lamented her sister Elizabeth joining the line of succession, saying, "Now that Papa is king, I am nothing." The development of the role of the modern spare has been attributed to Prince Philippe of France, the younger brother of King Louis XIV of France, the Sun King who ruled from 1643 until 1715. Philippe reveled in the freedom being a spare gave him, abandoning politics entirely and immersing himself in the arts to become a patron, advising his brother on topics, including literature, art and culture. In Britain, from the 17th century onwards, the spare joined the armed forces, acting as a royal representative. In the modern monarchy, Queen Elizabeth's second son Prince Andrew joined the Royal Navy. And Prince Harry served in the Army and Royal Air Force. It is obvious that Prince Harry never accepted his position as the second-born son. He was always jealous of his brother, Prince William. In 2016, Prince Harry was quoted, "There's nothing worse than going through a period in your life where you're making a massive difference and then suddenly, for whatever reason it is, whether it's media or the public perception of you, you drop off." Most critics will say Prince Harry was always unhappy as the second-born son of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. However, his unhappiness became more obvious after he met social climber Meghan Markle. In closing, Prince Harry, note to self, you will always be the spare, no memoir will change this fact. However, your memoir, titled Spare, will put a stain on your name and seal your name in history as the most angry, jealous, and ungrateful spare.